Hello everyone, I am Dr. Kashish Grover, your PSM faculty. Today I am going to discuss TB new guidelines. So now, as we all know, from RNTCP, we are NTEP, right? And what are the changes in these new guidelines? Number one change is now we will be giving FDC, fixed drug combinations, right? Now we are giving fixed drug combinations. And number two change is earlier when I was student or even 3-4 years back, the guidelines were category 1 TB was divided into categories like category 1, category 2, category 3. Category 1 was for new patients, category 2 was for old patients. Now this is not followed. Now what we follow, we only divide patient into either patient is drug sensitive or patient is drug resistant. Now only we follow these two categories, right? So first of all, we are going to discuss management guidelines for drug sensitive TB. For drug sensitive TB, we used daily FDC of first line drugs. Now what are the first line drugs? HRZE, isoniazid, rifampicin, pyrazinamide and ethambutol. Earlier, few years back, the first line drugs was HRZES, but new guidelines say S is not a first line drug. Now we have only 4 first line drugs. So the drug sensitive TB guidelines, they are divided into intensive phase and continuation phase. Intensive phase and continuation phase. Intensive phase is for 8 weeks or you can say 2 months, and continuation phase is for 16 weeks or you can say 4 months. So total duration for drug sensitive TB is 6 months. 2 months for intensive phase and 4 months for continuation phase. So what are the drugs we give in intensive phase? They are HRZE. HRZE. Better we can write it as 2HRZE. What does this 2 stands for? Duration, that is 2 months. Now coming to continuation phase, in continuation phase we give HRE. In continuation phase we give HRE. How much duration? 4 months, right? So this is the management for drug sensitive TB. This continuation phase, it can be extended. It can be extended up to 24 weeks, right? It can be extended up to 24 weeks. And in case of TB pericarditis, and TB meningitis, we can add steroids also. In case of TB meningitis and pericarditis, we can add steroids also. Now coming to drug resistant TB. Drug resistant TB is further divided into 2 parts. Number 1 is R resistant, that is rifampicin resistant, not detected. And second scenario is rifampicin resistant, detected. So if rifampicin resistance is not detected, then it can be H mono, that is only resistant with isoniazid, or poly, that means not resistant with rifampicin, resistance with isoniazid and some other drug other than rifampicin. But if rifampicin resistance is detected either alone or with some other first line drug, then it is R resistant detected. Now for H mono, for R resistant not detected, then you can say isoniazid, only resistance with isoniazid. We give treatment for 6 months. And you know what we were using there? HRZE. So what we were using in drug sensitive TB, HRZE, but now H is resistant. So what to do? We just replace H with levofloxacin. We just replace isoniazid with levofloxacin and we give rifampicin pyrazinamide, and ethambutol. Now, if R resistant not detected, then we have two options: either to give a shorter regime or a longer regime. Shorter regime is divided into again intensive phase and continuation phase. So intensive phase is for 4 to 6 months and continuation phase is for 5 months. Whereas in longer regime, we don't have any intensive phase or continuation phase, right? And this longer regime is for 18 to 20 months. Now, what are the drugs given in shorter regime MDR? What are the drugs given in shorter regime drug resistant TB? The mnemonic is MECZ, right? So we know MECD. So I was very excited because I ordered MECD and it came at my home. So MECD came at my home, right? MECD came at home. This is the mnemonic, right? MEC, M stands for moxifloxacin, right? C stands for clofazimine, Z stands for pyrazinamide, E stands for ethambutol, KM stands for kanamycin, ET stands for ethionamide, and H stands for isoniazid, high dose isoniazid, right? So these are the drugs given in intensive phase of shorter regime for MDR-TB. Now what to give in continuation phase? First 4 drugs are given in continuation phase, that is moxifloxacin, clofazimine, pyrazinamide, and ethambutol. Right? Now, in longer regime, we give drugs and the mnemonic is BCL. BCL, right? B stands for bedaquiline. B stands for bedaquiline. C stands for clofazimine. And cycloserine. L stands for linezolid and levofloxacin. L stands for linezolid and levofloxacin, right? So this is for drug resistant TB. So the mnemonic is M. MECD came at home. Instead of D, it is MECZ. Let us revise with me: moxifloxacin, clofazimine, pyrazinamide, kanamycin, ethionamide, and high dose of isoniazid. Now, now coming to TB in pregnancy. What to do if you have a pregnant woman who is a TB patient? Now what to do in this case? In this case, first of all, you have to see whether your pregnant female, your pregnant patient is having a drug resistant TB or drug sensitive TB. If it is drug sensitive TB, that is resistant not detected, then you continue with first line drugs. They all are safe. HRZE, they are safe, right? And after delivery, continue with breastfeeding. And we rule out tuberculosis. If the newborn is not having TB, then we give isoniazid prophylaxis for 6 months. And for sure we have to give BCG vaccine. But what if the resistance is detected? If the resistance is detected and the pregnancy is less than 20 weeks, then we advise mother for MTP. Right? But if If the patient is not willing for MTP, then we have two options, right? Then we have two options. Okay. First, if the patient is agreeing for MTP and the MTP is done, now what to do? Now continue shorter MDR regime. What is shorter MDR regime? Yes, everyone. The shorter MDR regime is MACD came at home, intensive phase, and only MACD, right? And if patient is not willing, then we'll see the pregnancy is less than 12 weeks or the pregnancy is more than 12 weeks. If pregnancy is less than 12 weeks, then we omit kanamycin and ethionamide. Then we omit kanamycin and ethionamide. But what if pregnancy is more than 12 weeks? Then we omit kanamycin. Then we omit kanamycin, right? And what to do? And we start with PAS. What is PAS? Para-amino-salicylic acid, right? Omit kanamycin and start PAS. But if pregnancy is more than 20 weeks, then we omit kanamycin and start PAS. And start PAS, right? And after delivery, we discontinue PAS. So after delivery, discontinue PAS and we add kanamycin. After delivery, we discontinue PAS and add kanamycin, right? So thank you so much for your patience. So this was the new TB guidelines. I try to simplify it, right? If you have any doubt, you may write in the comment box. And if you like the video, please like, comment and subscribe my YouTube channel and also share this with your friends. Thank you so much.